How you doing, my brothers and sisters? Arsenal future rights. Gooners around the world. How you doing? Hope you're doing fine. Wow, it's been a bit of a drama because I wanted to post much earlier, but this camera's been playing up, and it's just delayed and delayed. But we're talking to you about. We're now about 1 o'clock in the morning, so it's now Monday morning, 1 o'clock. So several hours after our victory against Crystal Palace, almost 12 hours after our victory against Crystal Palace at the Emirates, we're here just to give you a quick reaction, something that we haven't really done before. So first, they say first time for everything. So yeah, just a quick reaction, match reaction. Of course, we won 1-0. I'm sure you know that by now. Eberechi Eze scoring his first league goal against his old club at the Emirates as well. So what irony that is, of course. And to be fair, we didn't play well, but we didn't really need to play that well because we scored one goal and we defended really well. Gabriel played really well in my opinion. I think Saliba in the first half was okay, but I think Mateta, as we all know he would, gave gave us a bit of a something to think about. And I think he gave Saliba something to think about a couple of times in the first half. But Gabriel was a beast as he always is, and whenever Gabriel was in our defence, I never worry. I just never worry. And it could be, I'm hearing a lot of people say that it could be that now Gabriel is kind of overtaking Saliba. I've been saying for maybe a year that I think Gabriel is my favourite centre half out of the two, even though Saliba's a Rolls Royce. But Gabriel's more of a he's more of a how can I say he's more of a warrior. Yeah, you got two cops. You got a bad cop and you got a good cop. Saliba is a good cop. Gabriel is the bad cop. And so yeah, but they complement each other so well. They're both world class, in my opinion. It's just that Saliba's a bit younger, but Gabriel is just an absolute. And he should be the captain along with Declan Rice. One should be the captain, one should be the vice captain. But anyway, that's for another discussion, another time. But and yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you're new around here, smash a like on the video, please, if you can. And because it helps the algorithms. I'm tired of saying that, but I'm sure you guys know that by now. Leave your comments down below and get involved in the hype thing in the comments. And you can hype the videos now. So if you know all about that jazz, just hype the video if you can. Leave your comments down below. And of course, like the videos and subscribe to the channel. But yeah, we won 1-0. Eberechi Eze scoring a few minutes before half time. And it was really coming from another set piece. Because, set piece ole ole is what they say when Arsenal score goals from set pieces. And it seems like without set pieces, we're not scoring. Because I think there's an issue of our open play. We're not creating enough chances in open play. And for a team who's gone for the league title and possibly for the Champions League, you've got to be able to create, goal scoring chances, goal scoring opportunities. And I think that's why Victor Gyökeres hasn't really been hitting the notes right since he's been at the club, because we're not creating nothing for him. And it's all around the edge of the box, but no one's really playing him through, as I mentioned the other day on that Victor Gyökeres post I did. We have to work on that. It can't just be set pieces, because we're not always going to score from set pieces. That's the thing. So we have to find other ways of scoring goals, other ways of creating chances. And you'd have thought, a team of our talent in it, with the likes of Declan Rice, Zubimendi, the likes of Saka, Martinelli, Trossard, and even when Madueke comes back, Odegaard, we've got an embarrassment of riches. Eze, and even the likes of Dauman. I know he's a kid. He doesn't, we're trying to protect him. Ranieri, another kid, but we have so much, attacking talent in this squad, and we should be finding, X amount of ways, to score goals and to create chances for our strikers, and we're not doing that. So I think Arteta's going to have to earn his money and look into that in the training ground, and try his very, very best to, get our attacking players up the pitch and in a position where they're creating sufficient chances for the likes of Gyökeres, and even for the likes of when Havertz comes back, because we all know that Arteta likes Havertz, And when he comes back, he might even sometimes maybe be the main striker ahead of Gyökeres. So we have to wait and see what happens. But whatever happens, we need to create more chances, more goal scoring chances. I still think that we're a little bit weak on the left because we saw that in pre-season when we played in the Far East that our left-hand side was really more or less non-existent. And even though I love Gabby, he's one of my favourite players at the club and has been for ever since he really got to the club. But I do think that we need somebody who's more cleverer on that left hand side. We need somebody who's got more growl, somebody who could beat players. And then there's also not only just beating the players, but there's also an end product there. And somebody like maybe Lukeman, who plays for he plays in Italy, Atlanta. Is he still at Atlanta? Yeah, Atlanta. Lukeman or somebody like Rafael Leao, AC Milan. Somebody like that. Rodrigo, we wanted him, but I'm not sure if Real Madrid will sell him. He's not always playing for Real Madrid. He's on the bench a lot. But we need somebody like that for the left hand side. But we'll talk about it some more maybe during international week in about 3 or 4 weeks time when there's not really any football being played. It's just international, so we can talk about these things and maybe who we should target in January because we still need 1 or 2 more players to really thoroughly complete the squad. The squad is very strong, the strongest it's been for 20 years, but we can make it even stronger with a couple of additions on the left hand side. So Arsenal win against Crystal Palace, a very tight match. And we all knew that it would be tough. I went for 3-1. I really thought it would be 3-1 because I thought Mateta would probably score for Palace, but we kept him quiet, especially in the second half. Saliba came off at half time and on came Masquera, the young defender from Spain, and he played quite well, I must say. He always seems to be composed when he plays for Arsenal. He's only 21. He's got many, many years left in the game, but he always looks assured and he very, very really races a pass, and his tackles are well timed. And of course, when you've got someone like Gabriel next to you, you can't really. You've got one of the best teachers in the world in world football next to you. You can't really go wrong. I think Arteta did well today with his tactics. I really like Glasner. He's a very good manager. He's got them so solid. And Palace have only lost once in about 20 games. I think they've only lost once in about 20 games. Now that makes it 2 defeats now because we've beaten them. Twice they've lost in the league in about 20 games, and they also lost the Conference League in I think last week against a Greek side whose name I can't pronounce. One of those minnow league. When I say minnow, I'm not being disrespectful, but one of those lesser known teams from Greece. Who played against Palace in the Conference League, and they beat them at Selhurst Park as well. That's the thing. And Palace are always normally very, very good at Selhurst Park. And I heard they played a strong side, so that was a bit of a shock. But nonetheless, they've only lost a couple of league games in about 20, so it was a hard team we're up against. And even last season, they came to the Emirates and they got a 2-2 draw. And ironically, Eze scored a beautiful goal for them. But the goal he scored, you've got to say now, yesterday, was a spectacular goal. It was like a karate kick. Some say it was a scissor kick. I don't think it was quite a scissor kick. It was more of a karate kick. And I wish I could demonstrate it here, but I'm sitting down and the camera won't be able to capture my body movement. So we'll have to leave it for another time. But I'm sure if you go onto YouTube, or maybe you've seen it live today, the match, or you watched it live on TV, as I did, you would see that it was a most spectacular goal. Excellent finish. The technique was really of high quality, and we'll go onwards and upwards. We're now 7 points clear of Liverpool and 6 points clear of City, who lost to Villa, by the way, at Villa Park, the same time as we were playing, 2 o'clock kickoffs. So they lost 1-0 to Villa. I saw some of that game as well. And of course, Liverpool lost, as we all know, or we should all know by now, they lost to Brentford on Saturday night, 3-2 at Brentford Stadium. So this week has been a very, very good week for Arsenal, this week and this weekend, because of course we won in the Champions League on Tuesday, and now the weekend, back to the Premier League, we won again. And our rivals lost, both City and Liverpool losing. And so we won. So we've won the week as well as the weekend. So we can't mess this up now. We're gonna keep winning. I can't remember who our next game is again. I think it's against Burnley. We've got 2 away games, Burnley and Sunderland. I think Sunderland's in a couple of weeks' time, and Burnley's next week. We're playing away to Burnley, so we need to win that game. The Burnley lost. Now Burnley, I think they beat Wolves today as well, 3-2. They were 2-0 up, and Wolves came out to 2-2. Then Burnley scored, I think, sometime in the second half to win 3-2. It won't be easy because Burnley, even though they're promoted, they're going to be fighting for their lives because they want to stay up. So it will be a battle up there, in the northwest of England. And then of course the week after that we got Sunderland, who, for me, out of all the promoted teams, they've been the most impressive. And they've got one of our former players, Granit Xhaka, up there pulling the strings for them. So it won't be easy for us. So if we can win these next two games, both away from home and both in the north of England against Burnley and Sunderland, we see if Liverpool, or Liverpool got City coming up soon as well. So we'll see if they take points of each other, and we'll see how we stand after the next two games. But it's looking quite good. We're going to try and do a fixture list of our next few games coming up in the Premier League, and then we're going to try and analyse them and try and look at the table a bit more closely. We might even do this. I don't know if we'll be able to do if we'll be able to do it this week, but if we can't do it this week, we'll do it during during the international break, which is coming up in about 3 weeks' time, I think, or 4 weeks' time. So we could definitely do a stream. I'd like to go live so you guys can get close and get to know who we are. And it's like a distant thing. I don't like the distant thing. So you can get to see who we are and get to know us, and then vice versa. So hopefully we can do a live stream of our next fixtures of what coming up, and then there's a lot more things we can do live as well. Obviously watch-alongs and so on. And we want to try and get to know you, and I want you to get to know us as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Smash a like on the videos as always, all that jazz. Hype the video if you can. Leave your comments. Share the videos as you have been doing. So anyway, my brothers and sisters, you look after yourselves. Hope you enjoyed the match yesterday. It was only a 1-0, but a win is a win. And at the moment, I don't care if we're playing ugly, which we are. But the most important thing right now is to pick up those 3 points, because it goes a long way to win it. It goes a long way to winning the title, and it helps us because we haven't won a title in over 21, it'll be 22 years next year, and so it's a long time. It's like a generation since we last won the league, and so I'll take as long as we pick up 3 points, I'll take them any old how. The most important thing, and we're keeping clean sheets. That's another good thing as well. So I'm very happy at the moment, very, very, very gassed with my club, with our club, Arsenal. You look after yourselves, and hopefully maybe tomorrow we'll speak, or later today we'll speak. I'm going to get some rest because I've been very tired lately. I've been doing a lot of work lately, and so I might have a bit of a lie-in today, and then hopefully in the evening, if I'm feeling up to it, I might do a couple of uploads. I need to do the review of the Crystal Palace victory, and then we need to do the preview of the Brighton game, which I think is on Wednesday. So we look out for those 2 videos: the review of the Crystal Palace game, and of course the preview of the Brighton game. And then there's lots more content to come your way as well, and so on. So look out for it. Stay close to this channel. Don't forget to click your bell so you know when we're going, your notifications, so you know when we're going. Even though we won't be going live for now, but when we upload a video and so on, or a shorts or whatnot, so you know exactly what's going on. And don't forget to check out our posts, because we do lots of posts on here. So check out our posts, and then like the posts as well. You can leave your comments in the comment section on the posts. You can share them as well, and so on. So get involved in that as well. And very soon we're going to start doing some polls for you guys. Get you more involved. But at the moment, because we've only got 39 subscribers, it's a bit early. So I'm trying to wait until we get maybe 1,000 subscribers. And hopefully, I don't know when we'll get 1,000. It might be in the new year sometime. But we need you all to subscribe. You're watching the videos, but you're not subscribing. So please do subscribe. And as I said before, I'm not saying this to bribe you guys or to blackmail you guys. But when we get to 1,000, we're going to give away a competition. Yeah, we're going to give away a prize in a competition. And it's an Arsenal shirt. So look out for that. Yeah? And that's all I'll say for now. Listen, you take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for your attention. And as I said, look out for us. Yeah, lots of content coming your way. Adios. Take care.